Hi, my name is Crystal with mythrivetribewellness, and today's exercise and class will be all about lengthening through the side body and engaging the side body. Often we find a lot of classes are very targeting on the hips and the heart and the legs. Of course, we're going to hit some of these areas as well, but today is all about expanding, lengthening and reaching and engaging and being present. So if you haven't already, if you need a water bottle, if you need a block, go ahead and grab those. And we will get started in a simple child's pose. A couple variations here for your child's pose. I'm going to ask you to come down to your mat, come into a tabletop position. Now from here, you can either, if you're having any lower back pain, just shift the hips back, bring the arms by the side. Palms are up. And just rest your forehead on the mat. If you're feeling you need to get into the hips, I'd love for you to walk those knees about mat width distance, bring the big toes together to touch, sit the hips back on the heels, and walk your fingertips out long, resting your forehead down. Give your forehead a little rock from side to side. Just settle into the mat. Begin to settle into your body. Just letting the day go, the morning go, knowing that the biggest mountain has been climbed, that you have arrived, you are here. It can be hard to carve out that time for yourself, to give yourself a bit of joy. We often feel inundated. We feel rushed and hurried into the next thing, the next fire to put out, the next object and target or thing on our schedule. It's just natural. It's natural for humans to be in this space of constant worry and constant struggle. This practice here, yoga, it's all about connecting, going inward, finding meaningfulness. Can you gift yourself that meaningfulness as we practice together today? Can you gift yourself that option to choose a cup of joy instead of that cup of stress? Let's begin. Let's enlighten and engage our breath. Begin to seal your lips and take a deep fill in through your nose and out of your nose, constricting the whisper muscles in the back of your throat. Use that space between the mat and your nostrils to activate that sense of power, to turn up the length and volume, and to just listen to yourself breathe. Audible breath, inhale. And exhale. Again, one more big fill here, full capacity in. And out. Drawing out the length and the volume. Next inhale, reach your fingertips a little bit more forward. Lengthen and just stay and breathe for a moment. Or reach your fingertips a little bit more back if you're in that other child's pose. From wherever you are, let's begin to bring those palms underneath of the shoulders. Beautiful. Press it up. Shift your hips forward on top of the knees. Take some circles here with the hips getting into the shoulders. Beautiful. And the hips, don't be afraid here to integrate some movement, to find a bit of fluidity using your breath. So as a wavelength, you can twirl around the head and the hips. Press that mat away through the palms, let the chest dive down, arching the tailbone, tucking the tailbone, all of the things here. Beautiful. Let's find a little bit of lengthening and space. So good. Now that our hips are high on top of the knees, we'll find a melting heart. So begin to walk our hands forward, resting the chest down. Now press into the palms, press into the forearms, try to find a little lift in the elbows. This can be pretty intense here, so you have a couple options. You can walk yourself back just a little bit. Maybe bring the chin to the mat, bring your gaze forward. Awesome. Big breath in. Big breath out. Beautiful. You can slide that right hand back underneath of your body. Thread the needle through and over to the left. So the back of your right palm will be facing down. Press it into the earth. Use it to integrate and roll the left shoulder back just a tad. Go ahead and take a little bit of a half bind, maybe reaching for the imaginary pocket that you have on the right side of your hip crease in the front. As you inhale, pull the left shoulder back and maybe gaze a little taller. And exhale, gently rewind your hand placement. Beautiful. Place it next to your face, slide the right hand out. Walk the right hand to the top of the mat. Begin to shift your gaze and slide your left hand through, up and over to the right. Feel the space between the shoulder blades opening up in the back. Just breathe here. Press that left hand down a little bit more. Rotate the right shoulder back. Wrap the right arm behind. Open a little bit more forward with the left shoulder, a little bit more backwards with the right shoulder. Gaze tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. So good. Inhaling. Arm high. Planting next to your face, press the mat away. Coming into neutral tabletop. Palms underneath of the shoulders, knees underneath of the hips. Get the core nice and strong. Beautiful. Breathing in, let the belly sweep nice and low. Bring your gaze forward. Shoulders will naturally want to scrunch up against the ears. Can you roll them down and away and find a little bit more elevation through the crown of your head? Arch your tailbone. This is cow pose. Let's take a cat pose. Let's round out through the spine. Draw the chin to the chest. Really press the mat away. Big protraction in the shoulder blades, sending them super high in the upper spine. Take a big breath there so you can feel those spaces right in between. Beautiful. Let that breath go. Inhale. Take a cow pose, coming right back into it. Belly low, arch the tailbone. Wag your little tail if you like. And a cat pose, rounding out. Awesome. Shift the hips back about 3-4 inches. Fingertips will begin to grip the mat. Palms will lift. Chin to chest. Feeling a little something here. One breath in this space. Little joy, exhale. Beautiful, inhale, come back through center. Let's go ahead and tap the toes. Press into the ground with your palms. We're gonna find a little bear pose, just lifting the knees slightly off the mat. Core is lit up and strong. Press into the palms a little bit more here. Maybe start to engage a little bit of the quadriceps. Suck the lower core up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Roll the hips up and back. Find some straightness in the legs. So let's pedal it out. Bend one knee, bend the other. Getting a little loose here. Setting the heart space back towards the thighs. As you breathe out, we press into the palms. Finding a bit of length in the back, in the shoulders, in the armpits, in the legs. Downward facing dog is so good. Integrate your breath, breathe in. Find some stillness, breathe out, press through the palms of the heels, melt towards the mat. We don't have to touch totally, completely, but as long as we're being intentional here, trying to energetically pull the heels down. So relax your calf muscles, relax the Achilles tendons. Take a breath in. Send a breath away through the nose. Beautiful. Begin to bring your gaze forward between your hands. Tiny little steps. How many can you take? Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 15. We're going to walk our feet right underneath of the hips. Take an inhale, halfway lift, look forward, elongate through the legs, pull the belly in and up. Exhale and surrender the torso down. Bend the knees perhaps, it is early. Maybe a little bend and straighten. Maybe a little hug behind the backs of the legs. Go ahead and nod your head, yes, shake it, no, roll out the shoulders. And maybe when you're ready here, grab for opposite elbows, still letting the top body dangle. Straighten the legs just a little bit, shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Pull your belly in and up, make some more space for the fold. And exhale, relax into it. There you are, you can find a little sway from side to side. This is great lengthening through the side body. Have another round of breath here, breathing in. And breathing out, so good. Release your bind. Fingertips plant on the mat, big toes together to touch. Spread our toes nice and wide, finding all 4 corners of our feet. Slowly begin to press into the feet and lift up. Press that floor away, lifting the heart space. Stacking the spine, vertebra on top of vertebra. Mountain pose, arms by the side, palms forward. Spreading the fingers so nice and wide that we're activating here. Imagine little balls of energy shooting out through the palms. Then relax the shoulders down and back. We're going to find a little engagement in the quadriceps, a little tuck in the pelvis, a little bit more lift in the heart space. Hold all that together. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. And let's go ahead and find tall mountain. Go ahead and reach the arms up high. I'm going to invite you here to interlace your hands, releasing the index finger, crisscrossing the thumbs. As you breathe in, lift up and out of your pelvis, reach tall. As you breathe out, we're going to take the shape over to the left. Press that right foot down into the earth. Use your left bicep as a little pillow. Pull the right shoulder back, left shoulder to the sky. There we go. Inhale. Reach back through center. Exhale, let's dip it over to the right. Open to the left side body. Right shoulder a little forward, left shoulder a little back. Rounding down through that left foot. Inhale to reach longer. Press your left hip out. And exhale. Inhale to come back through center. Beautiful. Exhale, let's forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to the shins, reaching forward through the crown of the head, pressing the tailbone back, wrapping your shoulder blades around your spine. Our core is strong, so our hands can really go anywhere here, but they're just resting gently, just finding a little piece of connection, or they can be planted at the mat if you have this in your practice. And you're open in the backs of the legs. If not, you will get there. I promise. Do not judge yourself here. Take a big gaze forward. Inhale. Beautiful. As we exhale, plant the palms underneath of the shoulders. Step one foot back and the other into plank pose. So nice and strong. We get a long line from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet. Find that protraction in the shoulder blades. Press through the mat. Little tuck in the tailbone, engage your quadriceps, engage your core. Breathe in, we're going to shift forward. 1 inch here, gliding past the fingertips. As we exhale, lower just halfway down. 90-degree bend in the elbows. Maybe even drop the knees. Beautiful. Holding here. As we inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of the feet on the mat. Quadriceps lift. Kneecaps lift up. Press through the palms. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze forward. Breathe in. Squeeze in those glutes. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. You can roll over the toes. You can untuck your toes. We'll find an inverted shape with our body once again. Looking like an inverted V. Softening through the shoulders, through the top. All the way through the top of the neck. Relax the crown of your head. Beautiful. This time, running through a full sun salutation. Breathe in, look forward. Lift the heels off of the mat. Bend your knees. Exhale, step hop, walk or jump. Feet underneath hips, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that flat back here, core is strong. Exhale, forward fold, letting it all go. Lengthen behind the back of the neck, the backs of the legs. Inhale, root to rise, tall mountain, send the fingertips up to the sky. Option to connect, option to find prayer hands. Maybe find a little back bend here, that's been your practice. Exhale, dive deep, forward fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Let's prepare. Exhale, find your strength. Moving through our first round of chaturanga here. Plank poses first. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower down just halfway. Hug the elbows into the rib cage. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Look forward, not up. No cranks in the neck. Beautiful. Strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inverted V with the body. So good. Couple more here. Inhale, look. Exhale, step, hop, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Fill your lungs, halfway lift, long spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Empty your lungs, forward fold, release, unhinge from those beautiful hips. Inhale, rise tall, ignite from your fingertips. And exhale, surrender, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, preparation. Exhale, strength, plant your hands, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Breathe in, upward facing dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. So good. Pausing here for an inhale. Pausing here for an exhale. We're going to change things up just a little bit here, beginning to engage and find a creative flow, getting into our bodies. We're moving one breath, one movement. I'll walk you through the first round nice and slow. We'll take it a little faster on the second round, okay? All right, you got this. Breathe in, look forward. As we exhale, feet to hands, top of the mat. So good. Fill your lungs, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Big toes together to touch, little space between the heels, maybe about a little fist width distance here. Beautiful. As we inhale, let's place our fingers on our ankles, sink the hips, breathing in, lift the arms. So we have a lightning bolt with the body, shift the weight back into the heels. Go ahead and roll your shoulders down and around. There's this little bone called the acromion process right in your shoulder. Trying to get biceps to ears. You notice my biceps are a bit closer to my ears now. Sink deeper here. Weight is in the heels. Maybe wiggle the toes. See if you got that. Fill your lungs. Beautiful. Exhale. Bind behind your back. Interlace your hands. As you breathe in, pull the bind down. Let the chest high. Engage the core. Squeeze the shoulder blades against your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Dive it down. Maybe keep those bent knees. They feel good. Chin to chest. Bind overhead, sending it away from the lower back. Relax the crown of your head. Let this get into your shoulders here. Beautiful. Gently release your bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips to shins. Peek over the edge of your mat. Find the length. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga. Moving back to downward facing dog, taking your vinyasa. So good. We're gonna mix things up just a bit here. Breathe in, step your right foot forward. Right foot forward, right in between the palms, okay? Make sure the right knee is stacked over the right ankle. And let's spin our back foot flat on the mat. So spin your left heel in, your left toes will point out about 45 degrees. We're gonna shift the weight to support us in that right foot. Engage the core, look, no hands. Breathing in, warrior one, rise up. So beautiful. Sink into the right knee. Engage that left glute. Press to the outer edge of your left foot. Pull the right hip back, just a tad here. Let's find the depth, realign. Every time we make an adjustment, we have to do a readjustment, it seems like. So big fill. Beautiful. And empty. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale, lift through the fingertips. As we exhale, we're going to come in for a grounded twist. You may want to block here underneath of your left palm. Left palm will reach and the inside of your right foot, right arm is high into the grounded twist. You can plant your palm flat on that block. So good. Beautiful. And your back heel may lift a little bit here naturally as it's moving. I want you to lift taller through the right hand, get up and out of that left shoulder. Maybe bring your gaze to the right fingertips. Beautiful. One more big breath. As we exhale, we're going to switch out this twist and reground our back foot. Spinning that left heel back and if it lifted. Flattening out the back foot. Right hand plants, left hand is high. Beautiful. Now we have side angle pose right here. Same idea. Can you find a lightness in the bottom shoulder by lifting through the top hand, engaging the core? One more inhale. And exhale. Let's begin to straighten our right leg. Take your right fingertips off of the block or the ground if you have them. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. So our right hand here is just pressing on the inside of the right calf. We're going to lift up. We want flatness versus low. We don't want to dump it all. We want the obliques to get strong. Finding this in the core. Pull that right hip under, left hip back a bit, left shoulder a little back, kind of spinning your heart to the sky. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, reverse your triangle. Just tip your shape over, keep your legs as they are. Reach back with the right fingertips. Left hand can slide down the left leg. A half bind might suit you a little better here with your left hand behind the back. And that's okay. Can you bring your gaze to your right fingertips? And how much space can you create between your right hip and your right fingertips? Really reach. Expand the side body, right side body stretch. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's cartwheel our hands down to the mat, finding a low lunge. So good. Once you're in your low lunge, option here to come into three-legged dog, simply by grounding your palms flat on the mat, tucking your back toes, back leg is strong. Now press that mat away so we can loosen up that right foot. Breathing in, take it up to the sky. There we go, three-legged dog. I want you to square the chest down, point the toes, activate your inner thigh, catch your highest height here. Fill your lungs. Beautiful. And exhale, let's shift it forward into three-point plank. Three-point plank, pulling that right leg high. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop your right foot or keep it lifted for chaturanga. Let's move through, clear the slide out. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Proud heart space. Tight glutes. Exhale, downward facing done. Pretend you have a credit card right in between your cheeks. Squeeze it nice and tight. Take a nourishing breath in. You gotta laugh, it's just yoga, you guys. Nothing too serious. Take a breath out. Awesome, let's take that on our left side. Okay, step your left foot forward into a low lunge. Awesome. Activate your low lunge here. Let's this time focus a little bit. Sink the hips down, lift the chest tall. Get into that right psoas muscle right here in the front hip crease area. Beautiful. All right, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Spin your back foot flat on the mat. Right toes point out, about 45 degrees. Left toes should be already at 12 o'clock. Inhale, lift the arms. Left knee stacks over, left ankle. Now we're going to square the hips and the chest, but if you square the hips, the heart will naturally follow. So squeeze in that right glute. Pull the left hip back. Little adjustments here. Yes. Core is strong. Look tall. We're taking aim here. Pretend these are swords, and actually in this asana, these are your swords. It's Virabhadrasana going right through the crust of the earth to the surface. Taking aim at the enemy. Warrior one right here. So good. Breathe in, lift a little higher, soften the shoulders, extend through the elbows. Exhale, let's take that grounded twist. Right hand plants down to a block, maybe inside of the left foot. Now your right foot may stay flat, it may elevate, that's okay, in the heel. We're twisting, we are lifting up using the core to be strong. Breath in. Breath out. First one's always a doozy. We'll move faster the second round through. Inhale, lift tall. And let that breath go. Let's switch it out. Left hand plants, right arm high. Reground the back foot. That's parallel with the back edge of your mat for extended side angle. So here we are. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. That'll help you rotate your chest open. Pull that right hip back just a bit. Now remember, you have different heights on your block, so you can find a higher height here to make the shape accessible. And eventually, you will become more pliable, but that is not the goal. The goal is to accept where you are. The goal is to continue to show up for yourself, and the rest happens. When you love the journey, the goals come so easy. So detach from that expectation. Love yourself, breathe in. Beautiful, exhale. Next inhale, we're going to begin to straighten that leg. Awesome, open the chest up wide, Trikonasana, triangle pose, let the breath go. Beautiful, inhale, lift up a little higher here. Remember, flat versus low. Take your gaze to the top hand. And we're just pressing the back of our left hand into the left calf muscle. A little rotation in the chest. This is firing up the whole obliques. Engage your quadriceps if they're not engaged already. Find another little lift, tiny adjustment. Gaze tall. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, reverse your triangle. Legs stay the same, top body tilts over. We gaze up to the left fingertips. So good. Right hand can slide down this leg. Don't lock out your elbow. Let your body expand. Maybe take that bind behind your back. Take the gaze to the top fingertips. Inhale, create some space. And exhale. Again, one more fill. Beautiful. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, back into a low lunge. Coming in for 3-legged dog. Plant and ground those palms. Tuck your back toes. Press that mat away. Slide your left foot out and up. Breathe in. Ignite power through your big toes. Soften the chest down as you exhale. Inner thighs turn on. Lift up a little higher. Try to melt your right heel down a little lower too. Breathe in and exhale. Let's go ahead and shift forward, 3-point plank. Shoulders over wrist. We can hold that left leg high as we're lowering down for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Both feet will come to the mat. Full extension in the arms. Press your hips forward. Squeeze that credit card between your glutes. And exhale, downward facing dog. Coming right back. Beautiful. Pedal up the feet. So good. Next round through, we're going to go right from chair into that low lunge. So we're just adding a tad more here. But you all got this. So let's go ahead. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Try to land a little soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Chair pose, lightning bolt with the body. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, find behind back. Inhale, lift your heart high. Crack open your heart space. And exhale, forward fold. Keep that bind off of your back. Beautiful. Release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift and look forward. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back. Left foot back, coming into low lunge. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop your left knee, untuck your back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, lift the arms up. And exhale, back into your low lunge. So good. Untuck or tuck your back toes and lift your left kneecap off of the mat. Pivot the back foot, warrior one, breathing in. Back foot is flat, pressing through the outer edge. Good job. Exhale, let's take a little twist. Left hand plants, opening it up to the right. Beautiful. Inhale to reach. Exhale to twist. Right hand plants now. Left hand comes high. So good. Inhale. And exhale, straighten the right leg. Begin to lift the torso. Finding the flatness here, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse your triangle, reach the right arm back and overhead. Exhale, chaturanga. Cartwheel your hands down, maybe 3-point chaturanga, maybe normal chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So good. Let's take this on the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, bind behind your back. Maybe opposite thumb this time on top. Inhale, heart high. Exhale, and lead with your heart fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift, long spine. Yes, breathe out, plant your hands. This time we're going to step the right foot back. Yes, drop the right knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms up. Press those hips forward. Beautiful. Exhale, plant your hands back to low lunge. Lift your right kneecap. Flatten out your back foot. Breathing in, warrior one. Strong foundation. Exhale, open twist. Right hand plants, left arm high. Beautiful. Inhale to reach. Up and out of that right shoulder. And exhale, plant your left hand down. Pivot your back foot, make it flat on the mat, parallel the back edge, breathing in, open your wings, right arm high. Exhale, straighten the left leg, lift the torso, Trikonasana, triangle pose. See all the triangles I have between my legs, underneath my arm and my thigh. Inhale, and exhale. Breathing in, reverse your triangle, reach it back, take the shape over. And exhale, let's cartwheel our hands down into that low lunge. You can break for a chaturanga. Option to take the 3-point chaturanga, left leg stays high or just standard. Choice is yours. Splash the heart open, inhale. And hips press back, exhale. So good. Nice big side body stretch. breath through the nose. Big empty through the nose. Reclaim your breath. Reclaim your power. On your next inhale, bend your knees. Bring your chest to your thighs. Feel this nice long stretch here. Beautiful. As you exhale, straighten the legs, lift your booty up to the sky, and roll your top body forward into plank pose. Head is elastical through. Beautiful. Melt your heels to the left. Maybe stack your feet, really flex out through that left foot. Maybe right foot stacks on top. Shoulder stacks over wrist. We're going to try to open up into side plank, Shivasana. Here we go. So good. Staying here, maybe little pulses with the hips. Maybe if you need some support, take your right foot, bring it behind your back leg into your plank pose. Other option here is to drop your right knee, but you're not really lengthening out the side body. So I love if the legs were straight and we took that right foot behind and press those hips up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Switch it out back into your plank pose. Find your center line of balance. Drop your right heels to the right, both heels. Beautiful. Switch the weight into the right hand. Slowly begin to lift up. Left arm tall. There we go. Hard asana. Lift the hips up just a bit. Maybe begin to pulse them up. And again, if you need that support, tap your left foot back behind here. And just reach tall. Maybe elongate. Send your arm overhead for more expansion, lifting the hips even higher for 3, 2, and 1. Plant your left hand back down. Find your plank pose. Beautiful. Go ahead and drop your knees. Bring your big toes together to touch. Send the hips out nice and wide. Shift back onto the heels. Forehead to mat. Few breaths here to reground, to recenter. Gorgeous. On your next breath in. Tippy toe those fingers as long as you can towards the top of your mat. Leave your forehead down. Walk your fingertips over to the left. Go ahead and adjust your face. Plant the right side of your face down into the earth, looking over towards your left. Reach further to the right fingertips. Expanding, feeling the space between each rib bone. Deeper breath. Beautiful. Begin to shift the mind and the body into some movement here. Walk the fingertips back through center. And up and over to the right. Switch your gaze. Left side of your face is down as we're gazing to the right side. And focus on those left fingertips, finding the most expansion that you can here. Maybe just a millimeter more. Little creepy fingers. Walking to the other side. I always think of that hand like an Addams family. I know Halloween just passed. Big fill. How much more expansion in your rib cage can you get? Can you breathe into your lower back? Breathing out through the nose. Don't forget your huge empty breath. Just as important now as it was throughout practice. Slowly begin to walk your fingertips back to the left side. And through center. There we go. We're going to shift the hips up and forward, finding a little cow pose as we breathe in. Knees are wide, that's okay. Rolling out the neck and the hips. So good. Let's go ahead and slowly lower down to the mat using our strength. Beautiful. Let the legs go. Let the arms go by your side. Forehead back through center. Legs zip up. Big toes touch. Flip your palms down to the earth. And one back bend here, locust pose. Let all your breath go. Take a normal round of breath. On top of your next hill. We're going to lift the heart space. Lift the fingertips, reaching back behind us, lifting the toes off of the earth, a little bit of the shins, perhaps a bit of the thighs too. Lift the chest even higher, maybe grab a spine behind your back. Squeeze in the glutes, look forward, keep breathing. Breathe into the belly to find a higher lift. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing it. Yes. Bend the knees, put your weight on your feet, left, right, left, and right. Massaging your lower back. Feeling that little stretch in the obliques as well, depending on how far you let your feet windshield wiper. But it's so good. Beautiful. Plant your hands underneath of your shoulders. Press yourself back into child's pose. Inhale, come back to table. Crisscross your ankles. Walk your hands back. And sit down on your bum. Awesome. Let's take a seated tree pose. I'm going to spin to you so I can show you exactly what I mean. We're going to extend the right leg long. Usually it's here through center. But let's take it a little wider today. Bring the sole of our left foot to the inner right thigh. Take a nice tall breath in. Ground down through your sits bones. Feel supported. Flex your right foot up to the sky. Knee is up to the sky. Good stuff. Take your peace sign fingers, these two right here, in the right hand. Reach for your right toes. See if we can grab them. Nice. Okay. Big breaths with the left arm up tall. Inhale. Maybe exhale, we stretch and reach over towards the right side. Activating through every inhale, stretching a little bit deeper. There we are. Option here, you can release that bind with your peace sign fingers on the right side. Maybe reach for the left thigh. See if you can actually reach a little further. Trying to unstuck ourselves. Get out of your own way. Have you ever heard that before? So this right here can actually help you to do that. Pull that left shoulder back, right shoulder a little bit more forward, taking a peek through the arms, high. Beautiful, and exhale. Listen to my voice. Breathing in, come back through center. Arms are up. Yes. Left hand comes behind the left hip. We're going to punch ourselves forward, rocking onto that left shin, finding a little bit of a gate pose. Right arm reaches overhead. Big stretch inside body. Breathe in. Use your deep breath out. Hips come down. Dance the arm around back through center. Let's switch it out. Fold the right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Bring the right foot to inside of the left thigh. Now at this time, please sign fingers. See if they can reach the left big toe. If they can't, you got ankles, you got shins, got all the things. Inhale, right arm up overhead, take a fill. Exhale, we tilt side by side like a little teapot. Keep reaching. Maybe left hand to right thigh. See if we can reach a little further. This side can be different than the other one. I know it is for me. Most people, for sure. Now we're a little compressed in the chest if you take a peek at what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to press my left elbow into my left thigh, rotate my right shoulder back, and peek through my arms here to expand through the side body. This stretch actually prepares us for a really cool yoga asana that we will do one of these days. So good. Another inhale. And exhale. Gorgeous inhale coming back through center. Blend that right hand behind your right hand. We're going to punch forward into a gate pose. Inhale, stretch. Oh yeah, let that head hang heavy. And exhale. Circle the hips back down, the arm back around. Beautiful job. And taking a stretch behind the backs of the thighs yet. I'd love to mix a few poses here to do that. But I definitely want to come down to my back after yoga practice. I guess you probably do too. So let's find a happy baby. We have our knees up and our feet lifted. We're going to thread our hands through our thighs. Reach for the outer edges of our feet. Maybe take those peace sign fingers around the big toes. However you like here. Pull the thighs closer to the ribs, knees to the armpits. Yeah, a little tuck in the tailbone so lower back stays rooted down into the earth. Maybe an extension of one foot. Play around with it, with your body. You know, just swing from side to side. Feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. Pull the feet closer. Let them go wider. See if you can find something new here that brings you a little bit of happiness and joy. This is Happy Baby Ananda Balasana. Ananda meaning happy, Bal meaning child, Asana meaning pose, so happy baby pose. Beautiful. Don't be afraid to move around in it, make it yours. And when you're ready, let's hug the knees into the chest, nice and tight. And beautiful, let your knees fall to the right. The knees stack. Readjust your shoulders. Your left shoulder naturally will want to lift. So can you shimmy the shoulders down, get the left shoulder planted for your supine twist. And this way, this twist comes from the lumbar spine instead of through the thoracic spine, which is your upper back. I invite you here to do some wrist rolls with the left wrist, maybe with the right wrist. Maybe to find a little assist. Just gently take your right hand, top of the left hip, give it a little grip, and pull down towards the left knee. You're going to feel the lumbar spine, the left side opening, deepening. Drop your gaze all the way to the left fingertips to complete your twist. Just be so proud of yourself. Every time you show up on the mat and you allow yourself to be guided, you're allowing yourself to let go of the control, the fear, the expectation. And that's a really hard task to do nowadays. Not just that, but allowing yourself to be present. Giving yourself that permission to feel, to be human. Whatever happens on the mat stays on the mat. New opportunity with every breath that you get. So as you take your next breath, walk and guide your knees through center. Or get them into your chest. Beautiful. Line your spine, drop your knees up and over to the left. Adjust your right shoulder if you need to find the flatness. Drop your gaze to your right fingertip. Maybe come in for that assist on this side. Now, if you're having a lot of lower back pain, just in general, bring your knees higher to your chest. Reignite your breath. If you've lost the length and the volume here, reignite it. Be intentional. Inhale joy. Exhale some worry, fear. Inhale anything that you need. Send it to any space that feels tight, troubled, sticky, stuck. Then let those feelings go. Those feelings that make you feel small. Opposite of small is big. So big breath here. Inhale. Through the nose. Exhale. Another breath. And let's assist our knees back through center. So good. Extend out long onto your mat. Beautiful. Oh, rest however you like. Nice and wide, open up maybe into pentacles, can be one of my favorites. Just reminding myself that, and remind yourself that you have permission to take up as much space as you want. We are not here to do what society tells us. We're not here to do things just because that's the way things have always been done. We are meant to shift energy, and especially if you have found that joy, shift it onto others. This world needs that. So like a huge radiant star, if you found Pentacle with me, expand, ignite through your fingertips and your toes. Stretch and reach. And exhale, soften. Gently begin to close your eyes. Allow your muscles and your toes and your calves and your quadriceps to disengage. Allow your glutes and shoulder blades to melt onto the floor. Allow your palms to relax. Your fingers to soften. Allow the lips to find a slight part by unclenching your jaw. Relax the space in your upper cheekbones, in between your brows. Shivasana. Take a new breath in. Send an old breath away. Begin to invite life into your fingertips and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Take a full body stretch. Interlace your fingers above your head. Flip your palms away from the crown of your head. And inhale, big stretch here. Exhale, gently draw the knees into the heart space. Give ourselves a big hug. Being grateful for our bodies and all the hard work that you do. And slowly make our way to the right side into a fetal position. Just taking a moment to honor your rebirth, your newfound strength, your newfound joy. With your eyes closed, and let's meet together in a seat. You can face any direction that you'd like, just be comfortable, resting and grounding the sits bones, feeling the support of the earth underneath of you. Let's take a tall breath here, intentionally taking the breath from the base of our spine, extending it all the way through the heart space, neck, and crown of the head. Breathing in. Exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, energy through the fingertips, ignite, reach for the cosmos above. Invite a little bit more joy to your heart. Bring your palms in prayer to your chest. Thumb knuckles press into your sternum. Sealing that idea of choosing joy. Ujjayi, breath in through the nose. Ujjayi, breath out of the nose. Thumb knuckles to your third eye center, seat of your intuition, your all-knowing. Being grateful for showing up for you today. I'm grateful for others and this beautiful practice. Together we share a word of gratitude. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I surely hope you feel a lot more open in your side body and you feel stronger. And don't forget to choose the joy. Make space for it. Instead of doing, scheduling from 11 to 12 and another 1 hour at 10, give yourself a break in between to digest, to reset, to realign. We need to do that. Have a beautiful day. Lots of love. Bye.